Hello everyone, my name is Ashley Kainex Cortez and let me introduce you to the world of proteins, highlighting their significance as essential building blocks of life. Proteins are composed of amino acids which plays crucial roles in cell structures, dynamic functions, and various biological processes. The presentation promises to delve into intricate details of protein structures, functions, and their pivotal role in maintaining the delicate balance of life. For the structures of the proteins, proteins exhibit a hierarchical structure with 4 levels. The primary structure, which is the linear sequence of amino acids, forming the protein backbone. Secondary structures involves regular folding patterns like alpha helices and beta sheets due to the hydrogen bonding. Tertiary structure is the three-dimensional arrangement of the entire polypeptide chain, and quaternary structure pertains to proteins with multiple chains forming functional complexes through interactions. Now, for the building blocks of proteins, which is amino acids. Amino acids serves as the fundamental building blocks of proteins, consisting of an amino group, a carboxyl group, and a unique side chain. With 20 different amino acid proteins can be formed through various sequences. The genetic code determines the sequence of amino acids, known as the primary structure, which is essential for the protein's functions. The diversity in side chains contributes to the unique properties and functions of each proteins in biological processes. Now, for the protein functions. Enzymes act as biological catalysts speeding up chemical reaction in cells, while structural proteins provide supports and shape cells and tissues. Transport proteins move substances like ions and molecules across cell membranes. Hormones serve as signaling molecules that regulate various physiological processes and maintain homeostasis. Antibodies contribute to the immune system by recognizing and neutralizing foreign invaders like bacteria and viruses. Contractile proteins enables muscle contraction and movement. Storage proteins stores and release essential molecules. Receptor proteins receive and transmit signals, while regulatory proteins control the activity of other proteins and play a role in gene expressions. Now, for protein synthesis. Protein synthesis is a complex cellular process involving transcription, which occurs in the nucleus and produces mRNA from the DNA, and translation, which happens in the cytoplasm and ribosomes. During translation, tRNA molecules bring amino acids to the ribosomes based on the mRNA sequence. Assembling a protein, this meticulous process ensures the accurate production of diverse proteins vital for cellular structures and functions.
Good day everyone, my name is Trisha Marin Elcera, and today I will be discussing about protein folding and denaturation. Protein folding is a process by which a polypeptide chain folds to become a biologically active protein in its native 3D structure. Protein structure is crucial to its function. Folded proteins are held together by various molecular interactions. During translation, each protein is synthesized as a linear chain of amino acids or a random coil which does not have a stable 3D structure. The amino acids in the chain eventually interact with each other to form a well-defined folded protein. The amino acid sequence of a protein determines its 3D structure. Folding of proteins into their correct native structure is key to their function. Failure to fold properly produces inactive or toxic protein that malfunction and cause a number of diseases. Protein folding is indispensable for functionality. Contrary to the initial belief that proteins autonomously fold, and recently discoveries revealed the role of chaperones or chaperonins as folding assistants. These proteins interact with the target proteins during folding, preventing polypeptide aggregation. Once folding is complete, chaperones dissociate, ensuring proper protein instruction. And here are the 4 stages of protein folding. The first one is primary structure. Refers to the linear sequence of amino acids reduced in the polypeptide chain. The second one is secondary structure, is generated by formation of hydrogen bonds between atoms in the polypeptide backbone, which folds the chains into either alpha helices or beta sheets. Third one is tertiary structure. Is formed by the folding of the secondary structure sheets or helices into one another. The tertiary structure of protein is the geometric shape of the protein. It usually has a polypeptide chain as a backbone with the one or more secondary structure. The tertiary structure is determined by the interactions and bonding of the amino acid side chain in the protein. The last one is quaternary structure. Results from folded amino acid chains in tertiary structure interacting further with each other to give rise to a functional protein such as hemoglobin or DNA polymerase. Factors affecting protein folding. Some cells contain heat shock proteins or chaperones that protect proteins in the cells against heat denaturations. Chaperones help proteins to fold and remain folded under extreme temperatures. They also assist misfolded proteins in unfolding and refolding correctly. And now let's move on to denaturations. Denaturation is often reversible, allowing proteins to regain their structure when denaturing agents are removed. Irreversible denaturation leading to loss of function is exemplified by the frying of eggs, where albumin proteins in liquid egg whites undergo irreversible denaturation. Remarkably, not all proteins denature at high temperature. Extremophiles like heat-resistant bacteria have proteins that function near boiling temperature. And here are the examples of proteins in daily life. Number 1 is collagen protein. Collagen provides strength and elasticity to skin, tendons, and other connective tissues. It contributes to the structure and resilience of the body's support system. Number 2 is hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is a protein in red blood cells that transport oxygen from the lungs to various tissues and organs. Its iron-containing hemigroup binds with oxygen, facilitating its transfer through the bloodstream. The third one is immunoglobulins. Antibodies are proteins produced by the immune system to recognize and neutralize pathogens such as bacteria and viruses. They play a crucial role in protecting the body against infections. The fourth one is actin and myosin. These proteins are essential for muscle constructions. Actin and myosin filaments work together to generate the force needed for muscles to contract and facilitate movement. The fifth one is insulin. Insulin is a protein hormone that regulates blood sugar levels. It facilitates the uptake of glucose by cells, helping to maintain proper glucose balance in the bloodstream. The last one is the keratin. Keratin is a structural protein that provides strength to hair, nails, and the outer layer of the skin. It contributes to the durability and protective function of these tissues. Understanding these examples highlights the diverse roles proteins play in maintaining the structure and functionality of various tissues and systems in our bodies.
Hello, I am Reynaldo and I'll be talking about protein deficiency and excess dietary sources of proteins. So proteins are essential micronutrients crucial for various bodily functions, including tissue repair, enzyme production, and immune system support. Both deficiency and excess of proteins can have significant impacts on health. Let's first talk about protein deficiency. So, protein deficiency occurs when the body lacks an adequate amount of proteins to maintain proper function. It can lead to various health issues such as muscle wasting, edema, weakened immune system, and stunted growth in children. But what are those? First is muscle wasting. inadequate protein intake can lead to muscle wasting and weakness. When the body doesn't get enough protein or experiences prolonged inactivity, it can break down muscle tissue for energy, leading to muscle wasting. Next is edema. Insufficient protein can cause fluid retention, leading to edema, especially in the extremities. Protein deficiency can contribute to edema as protein help maintain the balance of fluid in the body. When there is a lack of protein, the body might struggle to retain fluid within blood vessels, leading to its leakage into the surrounding tissues, resulting in swelling, typically in legs, feet, or hands. Next is weakened immune system. Proteins are essential for the production of antibodies. Deficiency can weaken the immune response. When there is an inadequate intake of protein, the body may not produce enough antibodies to fight off infection, making individuals more susceptible to illness. This vulnerability to infections underscores the importance of consuming sufficient protein to support the body's immune response and overall health. Next is stunted growth in children. Insufficient protein intake during growth stages can hinder proper development. When children don't get enough protein in their diets, it can interfere with their growth potential. Insufficient protein intake may lead to stunted growth, where children might not reach their expected height and developmental milestone. Ensuring a balanced diet with adequate protein is vital during childhood to support optimal growth and overall health. Next, let's talk about protein excess. So, protein excess happens when the body consumes more protein than it needs. While it's often considered safe for healthy individuals, excessive protein intake can lead to, first is kidney damage. High protein diet can strain the kidneys, potentially leading to kidney damage or exacerbating existing kidney conditions. Next is nutrient imbalance. Excessive protein intake may result in imbalances in other nutrients if not balanced with a varied diet. Next is digestive issues. Consuming too much protein might cause digestive discomfort, bloating, or constipation. And lastly, increased risk of chronic diseases. Some studies suggest that high-protein diets, especially from animal source, might be linked to an increased risk of certain chronic diseases.
Good day everyone, I'm Joellen Cole Escal and I'm discussing about dietary sources of protein and protein in fitness and nutrition. Dietary sources of protein. Protein is an essential nutrient that plays a vital role in building and repairing tissues, producing enzymes and hormones, and maintaining healthy bones, muscle, and skin. Dietary food sources: meat, fish, dairy products, eggs, nuts, and soya. Animal-based foods such as meat, poultry, fish, eggs, and dairy foods tend to be good sources of complete protein. Plant-based foods such as fruits, vegetables, grains, nuts, and seeds often lack one or more essential amino acids. Protein in fitness and nutrition. Protein is made of amino acids that work to build and repair muscle and bones and to make hormones and enzymes. In other words, proteins are vital to ensure our muscle recover well after exercise and can be also used as an energy source if our body does not have enough carbohydrates to burn. Why protein is important to health and fitness? Because it helps to speed up recovery after exercise and or injury, reduce muscle loss, build lean muscle, help maintain a healthy weight, curb hunger. Protein is an essential macronutrient that plays a vital role in maintaining a healthy body and supporting fitness goals. Protein is important for building muscle as well as the repair and recovery of bones, joints, ligaments after workout. It also helps to keep you feeling full and satisfied, which can be beneficial for weight management. Protein is made of amino acids which are building blocks of muscle tissue, building and repairing muscle. Protein is also important for other bodily functions. For example, it is involved in the production of enzymes, hormones, and other molecules that are essential for good health,
states that protein is also important for maintaining healthy bones and skin and hair. Overall, protein is an important nutrient that should be included in healthy and balanced diet. To build muscle and improving fitness, it is especially important to consume enough protein to support your goals.
I am Christian J. Chavez, and this is how proteins are used for medicine. Let's start with diagnosis. In diagnosis, protein play a crucial role like biomarkers. Proteins as indicator of disease. Specific proteins can be indicative of certain diseases or health conditions. For example, C-reactive protein. In treatment, therapeutic proteins or recombinant proteins like insulin, growth hormone, and enzymes can be administered to treat various conditions like diabetes, dwarfism, and metabolic disorders. Proteins are used for antibody-based therapies. These are monoclonal antibodies engineered to target specific cells or molecules that are used in cancer treatment, immune system disorders, and infectious diseases. Vaccines typically contain weakened or inactive viruses or bacteria or specific proteins from these pathogens. When introduced into the body, they trigger the immune system to develop antibodies providing protections against future infections. Proteins are also helpful for tissue engineering. Protein scaffolds in hydrogels are used to create artificial tissues and organs for transplantation or to promote tissue repair and regeneration. Proteins can also help for drug delivery. Protein can be used as carriers for delivering drugs to specific target cells or tissues, improving drug efficacy and reducing side effects.
I'm City Faima Egelman and I'm here to discuss the protein in biotechnology. Protein in biotechnology, therapeutic and diagnostics. Recombinant protein. Recombinant proteins are proteins that are artificially produced by introducing specific genes into host organisms like bacteria or yeast. These genes instruct the host organisms to manufacture a particular protein, allowing for controlled and scalable production of proteins with various applications including medicine, research, and industry. Mostly, recombinant protein is parang pinaparami siya para magamit sa mga medisina, sa food, at sa pag-aaral. Antibodies. Antibodies are proteins that protect you when an unwanted substance enters your body. Ito yung mga proteins na nakapagpigil sa mga hindi dapat mapunta sa mga body natin from the word antibody. For example, LGG, the most common antibody is present mostly in the blood and tissue fluids. LGG, makikita ito sa dugo natin, while LGA is found in the mucous membranes lining the respiratory and gastrointestinal tracts. LGA naman is nasa respiratory natin, meaning tumutulong ito sa paghinga at mga daanan ng hangin sa body natin. Enzymes. Enzymes are proteins that help speed up chemical reactions in our bodies. Enzymes are essential for digestion, liver function, and much more. Ito naman, tumutulong siya para mapabilis lahat ang nasa body natin at mga chemical na reactions. Importante siya sa pagdaloy ng food sa tiyan natin, sa atay natin at marami pang iba. Mostly, ang example nito ay laway. Laway natin ang pinaka-common na nagpapadali para matunaw at panguyan natin ang food na kinakain natin. Enzymes in our body can also help healthcare providers check for injuries and diseases. And next one, industrial applications. Biofuels. Biofuels are class of renewable energy derived from living materials. The most common biofuels are corn ethanol, biodiesel, and biogas from organic byproducts. Biofuel is a type of renewable energy source derived from microbial, plant, or animal materials. Example of biofuels. Example of biofuels include ethanol and biodiesel. Example ng biofuels ay vegetable oils at liquid na oils mula sa taba ng mga hayop. Green diesel, example ay algae and mostly mula sa mga dahon at mga tanim. And biogas, mula sa dumi ng hayop. ginagawang fertilizer. Example rin dito ay lupa mula sa pinaglibingin ng mga hayop. Biomaterials. Biomaterials is any material or substance that possesses a strong degree of biocompatibility, allowing it to be introduced into the human body. Example nito ay mga bagay na nilalagay sa loob at labas ng katawan. Example nito ay kapag na-aksidente ang isang tao, lalagyan ng bakal ng tao para makalakad ulit. Mga artificial na bagay para makapag-function ulit ng isang tao. Implant or surgery. Artificial nerve bulbs, contact lenses, hernia mesh, breast implants, pacemakers, skin grafts, and joint replacement. And the last one is biosensors. Biosensors are analytical devices that convert a biological response into an electrical signal. Ito naman yung mga ginagamit para makamonitor sa tao. Example nito ay thermometer, pregnancy test, BP at marami pang iba. Pregnancy test and glucose monitoring sensors are the two main examples of very successful biosensor devices.
That's all our video presentation. Thank you for listening.